Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match preview. It's the FA Cup third round. Everton versus Rotherham at Goodison Park. And an empty Goodison Park. Oh, I hate that. I hate it. I hate the whole thing. But it's life. It is life. FA Cup third round. Baz, a chance for silverware for Carlo Ancelotti. And yeah, this is what you'd want, isn't it? This is what you want from a third round. A home fixture against the Championship team that are not doing well. That's what you want.
Gone in early with the silverware shout, haven't you?
What ass, mate? I've waited long enough.
No, I know, but we've just gone out of one cup competition in the quarter-final, so we want to do better than this one. But yeah, Rotherham, our own Championship side, second to bottom, not doing great, not played that much of late. It's what you want in that third round. You know, we spoke this week about memorable third round sides and we're scratching our heads for them. So, because the third round generally is one you just want to get past and get into the half for the next one. And I'm sure Carlo Ancelotti will be looking at that and thinking, let's just get past this and you know, you hope for another home draw in the next round, really, don't you? That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, that is all you can ask for. Because and especially, you know, it's going to be weird this year because I think what we found already from the cup competitions is that it's difficult for the sides who are, you know, Championship or League One, League Two, etc. Because when they're playing against the opposition, Premier League opposition, they need that little bit something extra, of course, on the day. They need the crowd, they need all the hype of the game. And when we've looked at the game so far, certainly what we've played in the League Cup is when the ground's empty and you're playing lesser opposition, if you're professional and you stick to your plan, you're gonna beat them. If you do what you're supposed to do. Because I think where it's, as I said, where it's hard for these clubs is they're coming and, yeah, listen, the motivation's there. It's the FA Cup and it's the, you know, you want to be inspired and all that kind of thing. But can you push yourself that little bit extra in an empty ground against, you know, especially if you go behind early, and that's what Everton have got to do on Saturday. We've got to come out the traps, control the game, don't give them any kind of encouragement, and grab a goal early on and just give them a mountain of a task. And if we can do that, then we'll get through this tie comfortably, because we should anyway, by eliminating by those factors already being eliminated.
Yeah, what you've normally find in cup games, you know, it's the nervousness of the home team. If it like in a fixture like this, the nervousness would be, you know, don't go out to a lower league side and they bring 6,000 fans with them and it's that third round, and if you're not up for it as much as you should be, they feed off their own crowd and they feed off playing at a big stadium that's full and all that. But I think for us, we have just got to go out and get all over them early on, and it's the first goal. We played them 3 years ago, I think it was 3 seasons ago, in the League Cup and beat them 3-1. And that was the shame. We got the goal. I think Dom scored early on, and it settled us down. And although they did score later on and give us a nervy 10 minutes, we won the game 3-1. And it is getting in front, because I think if you're Rotherham and you haven't done well this season, they've only won 4 games out of 20.
Yeah,
they're coming to Goodison. It's a change, different scenery. If they get in front, gives them something to try and hang on to, gives them a little bit of a new thing. I think that is what I've found uncomfortable with third round sides is when the ground is like half full and it's that.
And they've
like,
got 6,000.
They've got 6,000 and it's a bit like we should batter these and it never goes to plan and you end up clock watching near the end thinking if these score again. But I suppose another point in this one is that it's ended on the day, isn't it? Which, you know, in the past we've had a lot of replays and stuff. It's ended on the day now, so it'll give them that little incentive. But if Everton play to the potential, they should win the game. Of course, they should.
Yeah, and I think we've had 8 days, haven't we, since our last game as well, going into this one. So they'll have had a bit of a break, and also that's an 8 days where you can prepare, because I know we had a break between the West Ham game and the Sheffield United game, but because we were due to play City, it would have been preparing for City, and then you're not playing City, and then preparing for the next game. So that doesn't necessarily mean there's a break, Whereas in this, we've known that we had a break, so the players might have had a couple of days off, recharge the batteries. So there's a genuine break for this game. Also, that might mean some players, some of the players who've been playing a lot of football recently mightn't be involved, or their roles might change. See, someone like Ben Godfrey might move from left back to centre back, which that's something I would look at for a game like this. And he can mix and match a little bit. I mean, we want it to be a strong team, of course, because we want to get through. But there is an opportunity for the opportunity for the likes of maybe Niles and Kunku to come in, Anthony Gordon maybe to start. But also, what would you do with the likes of Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who are? I mean, obviously Dom hasn't scored for a while. He's been playing well, but he hasn't scored for a while. So would you keep them in to try and get them going a little bit, spark that little, maybe something they need, that little bit of confidence?
Providing we know Richarlison's fit, providing they're both fit. Dom come off against West Ham with a little bit of a problem. I don't think it was anything major, but the manager said after the game, because I couldn't understand why he took him off, but he said after the game he was struggling a little bit with a minor issue. So if they're both fit, then yeah, I'd start the pair of them and go, because you've got to give respect to Rotherham, and you've got to go out and try to put them to bed. And if Everton could go out and put them to bed within an hour, then you can take Richarlison off, you can take Dom off and save them then for the Wolves game. I think they both want a goal. I think Richarlison probably needs one more than Dom, because I think his head, it's not happening for him at the minute. Where I think Dom needs a goal just to keep the momentum going, but I don't think he looks like he's struggling. We just haven't given chances. That's been why he stopped scoring. We haven't created anything. But I think you're right, the likes of Niles and Kunku, for me, has to start in this game. Robin Olsen has to start in this game. That's nothing against Jordan Pickford, who's done well of late, but we've got to keep Olsen fresh, keep him going. And we have to do it that way. Seamus Coleman, who I don't think had a particularly good game against West Ham, needs to play in this one, get 90 minutes under his belt. But Godfrey at centre-back, we haven't had the opportunity to play him there. I'd use him either at centre-back or centre midfield in this one, but I'd use him in a different role. But centre-back, he's not had a go there yet. We haven't had a look at him there. So maybe throw him into that position and do it that way. Maybe it'll be an opportunity for the manager to play him and Holgate as a pair and have a look at them in this one. Yeah. You know, Michael Keane, we know, missed the West Ham game with an injury. He was on the bench, but he wasn't fully fit. Do you leave him till Wolves or do you bring him back in? So he's got a couple of decisions, but ultimately I guess it'll be the likes of Andre Gomez, who's not started that many games of late, that he'll want to see him.
But this is an opportunity, isn't it, to, you know, if you look at it as in between the West Ham game and the Wolves game, obviously coming up next week, this is an opportunity to give players just that little bit of break, because there isn't a winter break this year. You've got Wolves, Villa, Leicester coming up, so big games, important games. Legs will be fatigued. There will be players like Michael Keane who's played a lot of football. This will be an opportunity for the likes of Keane and Mina to have a break, and then maybe bring them back for Wolves, knowing that you have got a Holgate, you have got a Ben Godfrey to come in.
Jarrett Brantwaite, if I know Blackburn and a couple of others are looking at taking him, but you know, if he's still here at the weekend, Everton might want to. They're not going to be bothered about cup tying him, are they? Because it's our player. So Everton may say, well, you know what, we're going to have a look at Jarrett as well before he goes, because don't forget he played against Salford and got the injury, and that was why he was out for a while.
But like you said there, though, the problem is that we've got defenders, but midfielders is more, certainly in those roles. You know, Tom Davis, I imagine, will play. But Decore, because he's played, like Decore's played every game.
So it'd be nice to. He's the one I would give a rest to. But as much as I love him playing, with Wolves, you're on a save his energy. So, you know, Davis, Gomez, Sigurdsson maybe in midfield, or use somebody else in there. You know, if Iwobi's fit, why not try Iwobi in the 8th and have James Rodriguez on the right, or put James central and put Iwobi right and try that. You know, there's opportunities for him to move it around a bit, which still having a strong team without weakening the team. Listen, without the Corey in the midfield won't be as good, but we are, with all due respect to Rotherham, are playing the Championship side that's second to bottom. If Tom Davis, Andre Gomez, Mason Holgate, Ben Godfrey, whoever it may be, Gylfi Sigurdsson, they can't look after themselves against the Championship side, then should they really be at Everton? And that's what you have to look at, and that's how we have to be able to do it, because if you look at that side and put like Niels and Kunku in, then there should be enough room for Gordon to get on the pitch for at least half an hour. I've said in a couple of other things we've done this week, Ellis Sims for me should be sub at the weekend. I see no value in bringing Shank Tosin in. I think Everton are looking to get him out. If he still hasn't gone by the weekend, maybe have him on the bench, but I wouldn't be starting him or anything like that, because I think, like you just said, with Richarlison and Dom, it's an opportunity for them maybe to get back amongst the goals, because I think if them two could both get themselves a goal at the weekend, it just picks that momentum back up, and then you can look after them. But I think realistically, it's a good opportunity for Ellis Sims to be on the bench at the weekend and just keep him involved. And whether or not the plan is for him to go out on loan, fine. But I remember Leandro Rodriguez, remember him coming on in an FA Cup third round side with about 10 minutes left. You know, I think he touched the ball once and fell over, but it was a game against Stevenage, I think it was, at home, and we won 3-0 or 3-1 or something. But Martinez brought him on, and these are the kind of games you do that with lads that are on the fringe. You go, let's give you a little taste of what it's like. Make your debut, go back out and go and work hard again and get another bite at it. And I think it gives us the opportunity to do that with this game, albeit it's a game we want to win and a game we need to win. But these will come swinging. There's no doubt about it. You know, you've got nothing to lose. I've heard their manager, Paul Vaughan, talking about they just want the players to come and have a go and enjoy it, because it's a break from the Championship. But like you've just said, they've not played that much of late, have
No, they haven't. I think they've only played a couple of games since the middle of December, due to COVID situation is a lot worse in the Championship. I don't know what effect that'll have on them. I don't know which way that would work, to be honest, because some players like playing week in and week out. But if you've only played, I think they played on the 29th. And then I think before...
Didn't you say it was the 16th?
Something like that, yeah. So they haven't played a lot. That might be a benefit for them, I don't know. But you wouldn't have thought so, because...
Well, they used to play every 3 days in that Championship, aren't they? And getting the rhythm going. So, I mean, they've played 20 games. I think other teams have played a couple more. So you can't... any Rotherham fan watching wouldn't find it disrespectful for us to turn around and say, we expect to win.
Been in Everton too long.
But for us, we have to look at it from our perspective and think.
And also this time last year, Carlo Ancelotti watched his Everton side, early on go out to a Liverpool team with squad players in it, and not loads of kids, because our team was younger than theirs on average, but a Liverpool team with squad players, very disappointing, and we just, on that day was. So what we want to do is we want to get put up decent professional performance, get through, and just get in the half of the fourth round, which obviously has to be decided anyway. So
that's it, isn't it? Get through, and then it's a case of you can look at the next block of games then, which is, like you've said, Wolves, Villa, Leicester, and then it's the next round of the FA Cup. So it's everything you want with the home tie. The team isn't doing great, so it's up to you to make it uncomfortable for them. And if we can get at them and get ahead, then it'll be good. Try and get the game won as early as you can, and you can take your foot off a little bit and coast through the last half an hour or whatever. Fingers crossed. No one ever knew it.
Definitely. Be fingers crossed. There you go. Let us know your thoughts in the comments on this game. And like as I said, if there's any Rotherham fans watching, let us know what's going on at your club and the situation. Who
do we need to look out for? We know they've got George Hurst, who's a highly rated player.
Son of David Hurst, obviously. So let us know. Let us know any of your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to give this video a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want more great videos, daily live videos, join us over on Patreon. The link will be just down here. See you later.